This is Bob and Donna Davis. We're from California, Orange, California. We've got 5 Amphi cars, 3 that work, 2 that are gonna work, and this one runs pretty good. It doesn't leak. We haven't pulled the bilge plug yet. Don't know if the bilge plug works or the bilge pump, but we hope we never need to find out.
So how far have you driven one of these?
Oh, 100 miles on land. Can't tell you how far in the water.
So how long have you been collecting these?
I've had one for 25 years, and my recent purchase was one in Alaska for $300. Cost $2,000.50 to get her home.
Brakes are wet. I'm Dave the Wave. This is my family. That's Margie the Wave. That's Mike, and this is Ray, and this is our good friend from Mendota. And behind you is my best buddy, John Bevins. Anyways, so here we are, and you want a little 30-second clip about Amphicars. I'm going to tell you what, it's love and sharing. That is an Amphicar. It has got nothing to do with the cars themselves. It's the people and the sharing of these things. The car by itself is nothing but an anchor. We've got an opportunity to make a lot of people smile, and that's what we're doing here, and we'll do it our entire lives as long as we are living, breathing, and aqualunging it. But so that's it. There's not too much more. It's just a silly little car, and just with a lot of great people. That's the whole thing in a nutshell. Love.
Tell us real quick about the seats you made up there for that.
Well, we needed seating for 6 because, well, my dad came out. He's 86 years old. We've got an extra friend here from Mendota, and we needed comfortable seating for 6. The boys are getting longer and taller, and I hate that argument, and I hate those knees in the back of me. So what we did was just set it up so we could all just be comfortable and hit that beautiful St. Mary's Lake. So that's what we're doing, and they're comfortable, and they are solid. Because you can do a lot of things in an Amphicar, and one of them is just share it, enjoy it, and that's the whole key.
Okay. I'm Lynn Beckett from Tampa, Florida, and this is my husband, Tommy.
I'm Tommy from Tampa. How are you? Yeah. It's a regular Amphicar, like all 30 that you've seen already, and the next 30 that you're about to see. So this one's kind of different. It's got a red top, and we
it's a
came,
1964.
Yep, we came from Florida. Glad y'all made it.
For our 3rd year, and it's been fun. This year we went to do the thing at the retirement home. That was more fun than you could possibly admit. Oh, you were there? It was great.
It was great.
We're Ed and Sharon Copes. We're from Holland, Michigan, and this is a 62 Amphicar. And I was told it was made in 60 because of the serial number, but it's registered as a 62. And we've had it since, I would say, about 98 or 99. We were at the first meet here in Celina, I think was in 99, and we've been at least showed up at every one since. One year we didn't have the car because it seems like we're always working on the car. But hopefully we're set to go this weekend. And we bought it, I think, just because we bought a house across the lake from our other house and a cottage, and we just thought it'd be neat to buzz across the lake rather than drive into town and go over the bridge. So, and it's worked out pretty good. We've run quite a few errands back and forth, pick up grandkids and stuff like that. And I don't know, we've gone to a couple meets and they're like this with other people, and that's the fun thing about it, the people you meet and the good times we have together.
My name is Mike Baumgartner. I'm from Dearborn Heights, Michigan. This is my wife, Sally. My daughter, Susan. The other daughter, Michelle, is a teenager, so she's on her own now. We have a 1963, obviously red. Our body work was done by East Coast Amphicar, Billy Sykes. About 3.5 years ago he finished it. We've been to Celina for all the shows. A couple of years without the car and the last 3 with the car. It's a lot more fun with the car, but a great group of people. Enjoy our times here. Take it to school for show and tell. We drive it up to the store as often as we can. Take it swimming, usually 4 to 6 times a year. We're not real close to the water, but we're pleased with it. It's the best toy you can have is a second car. Susan, want to add anything?
No.
Huh? Anything? What's your favorite thing about it?
It can go in the water.
Yeah, it can go in the water. She wanted to know why everyone waves to us and pointed when she first started riding, and then I told her it's just an unusual car, and people like to see it, and she likes it because it goes in the water, huh?
Have you ever told your friends at school you got a car that goes in the water and they don't believe you?
Oh yeah, I've had to take it to both girls' schools to prove that, because this Susan asked, she says, "Dad, no one believes me. Can you bring it for show and tell?" And so I had 30 kids asking questions, and they were pretty good questions too. And then the other daughter, who's in high school, she had to bring an artifact from the 60s, so that made me feel real young. Dad, can you bring your amphicar? It's from the 60s, so.
Good. Well, thank you for showing it to us.
Very good, thanks.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Jack Risley. I live in Brooklyn, New York, and my amphicar lives in Maine during the summer, so I went from Brooklyn to Maine to pick it up and came out here. This is Petula, my traveling companion, and my wife, who's also here, but not present.
Yes, Ron Trudeau from Manchester, New Hampshire. And this is Ann Bogatis from Manchester, New Hampshire. This is my third time up in Celina, Ohio. I enjoy this vehicle. It's a 1967. I take it in the water often as I can, and I drive it every weekend and enjoy it very much. Really a fun car to have around. Really like it very much.
Okay, hi, I'm Frank Carrion from Mount Sinai, New York. I've been a member of the Amphicar Club for 10 years. I'm the only member that's made all the meets from the first one to right now. I restored my car with the help of my friends at work that we worked together. We all had a little bit of a hand in it. And I don't know what else to say. I guess that's about it. You've seen one Amphicar, you've seen them all, right?
This is Karen, and I'm Joe. This is our 1966 red Amphicar. We've had it about 3 years. This is our third year at the Amphicar meet. We're from Powell, Ohio. We really enjoy the Amphicars. I can honestly say that I'm having more fun with this car today than the day I bought it. This Amphicar has original interior. It has the original pebble finish on the wheel wells, and the engine has a alternator upgrade, has a Odyssey battery, which has worked really well for me. Engine, I got a rebuilt transmission from Hue. The engine's completely rebuilt, and I'm also experimenting with remote operated cooling fans that seem to work pretty well. Still working on that a little bit, but that's and it's a great running car.
Show us the remote. So there, you press the button.
Yeah, there's the remote for the fans.
Hi, I'm Amphipoda. I come all the way from San Diego to Celina, Ohio to join in the Amphicar swim-in. I'm here with all my amphibious friends, having a great time while my mermaid is at the bar. As you can see, California license plate, and we're having a glorious time here. All our friends are here, Dave the Wave, Billy Six, countless others. Got my Amphicar about 5 years ago, changed my life considerably. I'm having so much fun. This is the first time we've shipped it out here, so we're living this weekend to the best. Parks in the same place as a boat, parks in the same place as a car, but it's all in one, so you save space. It's a killer. You gotta buy one. Everyone should own one. That's all I got to say.
My real name's John Edelstein. Ah, Amphipoda!
Well, it's about 6:30, and so far, a lot of people come through, I guess?
Most people have come through, and we have about 54 cars registered, and we had about 60 pre-registered, 55, I guess, 55 pre-registered. So we have a few more that have left to come in, so hopefully we'll maybe break our record from last year.
And everybody comes in to get a shirt, or what all they get here? They get
Well, when they come in, Elizabeth gives them a schedule of events, a dash plaque for the people who brought a car. The Celina Eagles made up dash plaques for us as well. We have name tags of each person who pre-registered. We have buttons that Haggerty Insurance provided. All that's for people who registered, just for signing up. Free of charge. There's no admission fee or anything or registration. We do have t-shirts available Phyllis Parsons and Doug Parsons do a good job getting those shirts each year. And she's, how many shirts have you sold, Phyllis?
170 or so?
170 or so shirts. So they're always a big hit each year, and hopefully we'll have a big crowd and have a great weekend.
Pois mi nombre es Hugo Gordon de la compañía Gordon Imports. Permíteme a presentarles nuestra familia de amphicardueños. I said, excuse me, permit me to introduce myself. My name is Hugh Gordon. I'm from the Amphicar company Gordon Imports, and I want to introduce you to the Amphicar family out here. And this is the Amphicar daughter. This is Shelley Christensen, who has been an Amphicar daughter for 20 years at Gordon Imports. And Gordon Imports has been a company for, gosh, how long now? Since 1980.
75?
Well, the company is Amphicar. Yeah, that long. It's amazing. And it's blossomed as the cars have come back. And it's all due to the owners because, you know, technology, the cost to make new parts, you have smaller number of cars. So each part costs more than it did the last time. And yet the customers are doing it. They've all come back. And there's about 2,500 Amphicars out there, of which around 1,100 are running. And of the, I would say of the 1,100, about perhaps 300 or 400 are like the cars that you see here. And the future never looked brighter. There's going to be more of the older cars coming back. And when you say that? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. In 1980, I needed personal parts for my own Amphicar. I was not in the Amphicar business. And I was over in Germany on business looking for regular parts for the business I was in at the time. And I asked about Amphicar parts, and I found in Holland, you wouldn't believe it, there were 1,000 transmissions lined up at this BMW dealership in Holland. And it was a guy named Bert Story, who was an Englishman whose family had immigrated from England to Holland, didn't speak one word of English. I speak Spanish, I speak German, but I couldn't speak in a salesman type way to try and convince him to get rid of his parts to us. And the guy was a phenomenal individual. He said, tell you what, Hugh, you buy a container load of Amphicar parts, give me a down payment, pay for it over a year or whatever it takes, and come back and get another load. And I did that for 18 years. Did nothing but constantly buy parts. Now we have those parts, and now we remanufacture new parts or buy them from the original sub-suppliers. So for all of us here, we can enjoy our Amphicars for the indefinite future. So, and it's all due mainly to Bert Story. He trusted us. And the owners of all, I mean, we like our Amphis, right? Yeah. So,
When did you get yours, Hugh?
I bought it in a snowstorm in Detroit in December of 1966. And then it sat around for 5 years because I want to do real business. I never imagined Amphicar would turn into a business. And then I just decided I wanted it back, and then I found out I needed parts, and there weren't any. So that's how this all started. Right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So
when people need parts, they come to you. You're pretty much the primary supplier.
Pretty much.
yeah, the volume, a predictable source. But there are many on the internet who have occasionally an item, or people will buy a lot of parts from us, and then they in turn sell them on the internet. You know, they'll buy them at a discount and then sell them in their country, wherever or whatever. It's fine. It's great.
Are there any particular parts that you can't get or hard to get, or you always have to manufacture or anything like that?
Yeah, brand new transmissions, it's going to be a problem in the future, brand new ones. But other than that, actually anything can be manufactured at cost. You know, so, but basically, we can use our Amphicars with abandon because all the parts are really available. You know, when we knew that Amphicar was going to last for, at least for now, the indefinite future? It was back, I think, 6, 7 years ago on the shock absorbers. The original manufacturer, Bogie in Germany, wouldn't make, you had to order 1,000 shocks plus pay for the tooling, and that was out of the question. But a little company called Aldan, they make shocks for Bentleys, Rolls-Royce, and Porsches and things like that. They said, tell you what, we'll make a few pairs of custom shocks, and it's going to cost you $1,000 for 4 shocks, That's what you're going to be selling them for. And if your Amphicar owners buy these, you can make anything in the world for the Amphicar. So I said, no way, nobody is going to pay $250 for an Amphicar shock assembly with a spring and stuff. So I tried it, and the shocks flew out the door. Now, how many people do you know that say, oh, well, $250 for a shock absorber is okay? These were special shock absorbers, nitrogen gas charge, springs, powder coated, and they were aircraft billet aluminum with a knob you can and dial to set the firmness. But they were equipped to make very, very tiny runs. So they said, we want you to try it, test the market. And when they flew out the door, we knew that was it. That opened the floodgates, and we started making everything under the sun because we knew people would pay to have an item that was really working.
Hi, we're Wayne and Kathy Schmiedlin from Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. We came to the Amphicar convention 5 years ago in searching for a car. This car was for sale. We looked at it and thought, wow, we should get something more affordable. Went home and talked about it and figured if we bought something that needed a lot of fixing, we might not get to use it right away. So we purchased this car like a month later, and we've had it for 5 years now. And we just take it everywhere and have a good time with it. They always put a smile on people's face, and we just enjoy the heck out of it. The car was a birthday present for Kathy 5 years ago. She talked about getting one someday, and here it is.
We're James and Gloria Tiller from Kalamazoo, Michigan, and I've owned this particular Amphicar since 1988. This year we just put a brand new interior in it we wanted it done for Celina. This is the highlight of the whole summer for us. But my husband is very involved with Corvettes, so we do Corvettes and Amphicars together, which is a very strange mix. Most of the Amphicars are owned by men and taken care of by men, and I'm one of the few Amphicar women owners. But Jim gets as much enjoyment out of it as I do. So we wouldn't miss Celina for anything in the world. We love our Amphicars and we love the Amphicar people.
I'm Bob and Nancy Carlson. We're from Madison, Wisconsin. And this is our second year here. Last year we didn't have a car, but this year we brought our car. This is a car we just acquired 2 months ago as a parts car, and was able to get it together good enough to run at this meet. I don't know what else to say on it, but
we're new to this.
We're pretty new to the whole thing and having a hard time remembering names and stuff, but we're enjoying ourselves. It does create a lot of attention and attractions out there.